You're listening to the Slow Ride Podcast. Bikes, advice, and rumors straight from the source. TheSlowRidePodcast.com and on Twitter at TheSlowRidePod. Enjoy the ride.
Hello and welcome to the 75th episode of the Slow Ride Podcast, where we bring you bikes, advice, and rumors straight from the source, which you can see live next Friday night at the Coalition Theater in Richmond, Virginia. I'm Tim Hayes in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, where I showed up at the wall today in Mayonook because I thought that's where the World Championships were, but I was wrong.
You're very wrong. I'm Matt. I'm in Minneapolis. I built a wall today.
Really?
Kind of. I redid some stucco. So, I built half a wall. The outside portion of the wall.
I can tell you're a cyclist.
But
the way you embellish this story.
No, if I would have actually downplayed it if I was doing it cycling style, I would have been I built a little bit, just a teeny bit. I haven't had really any time to work on it or do anything, and I didn't get enough sleep last night, and I probably won't be able to finish the wall. And then you'd look at it and you'd be like, that's a whole wall, and you brought your $4,000 carbon wall tool. And they'd be like, oh, it's not a big deal. I mean, it's I'm really not that into it, so I probably won't get a really good wall today.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's good stuff.
Sandbagging the wall being built.
And then you'd see me crying when part of the wall didn't work later.
Mm-hmm. Well, I am Spencer. I am in Boston, Massachusetts. I didn't build any walls, but I've been commuting on my race bike for the last week because my commuter bike has a flat tire.
Oh man, how could you fix that?
Well, see, the thing is when you have a room full of bikes, it's easier to just ride a different bike until they're all broken, and then you start fixing them all.
Hey, time out real quick. Tainted supplement.
Yeah.
Is that a pretty good opener for Lance and the Armstrongs when we do our...
yeah, it is.
What kind of music do you think Tainted supplement would play?
They're like a noisecore sort of thing.
Well, no,
so
that's
as hard as Ulrich.
Yeah, Ulrich is the German techno band. So
that's
Tainted
yeah.
Tainted supplement's kind of more glitchy.
Oh, okay. I would think that Tainted supplement would be a little bit more like a hair band, kind of more of like a Poison or a Def Leppard.
But what are Lance and the Armstrongs going to sound like, though? I figured they would be more like a hair band.
That's some bubblegum punk.
Oh, that's going to be pop
punk? Pretty poppy,
It's like Jawbreaker.
What?
Spencer doesn't like that.
I'll go ahead and edit in Blink-182 over that.
No. Lance and the Armstrongs have way more street cred.
No,
so is Tainted supplement like a 4-person band? 3? What are we looking at here?
I think maybe Tainted supplement should be some sort of band that can continually expand. You know what I mean? So that whenever we get one of these Tainted supplement things, it's cool. We need a trombone, and then you're like, it's cool. We need somebody to play the zither.
So they're a traveling gutter punk carnival band.
Oh, totally, right? Totally.
A bunch of carnies.
As these guys get kicked out of cycling, we give them a dog, we put a bandana on it, a little pack, and we say, hit the road, buddy.
Hit the road, take a train to New Orleans.
The sad thing is, okay. So, right now, Tainted Supplement, and listeners, if you have a better band name that you would like to see go on, our own Cyclepalooza, hit us up on the Twitter at
please.
The Slow Ride Pod. And just hashtag Cyclepalooza, and we will come up with maybe band T-shirts that we can sell at the live show in Richmond, Virginia, the very first ever Cyclepalooza.
Do you think Lance Armstrong will sue us if we make Lance and the Armstrong T-shirts? Because that would be really good publicity.
I bet you Lance Armstrong would wear that shirt.
let me top you with a strange story. On the river bottoms yesterday, I pull over to take a pee in the woods, and as I'm peeing, something kind of zips around my head, and it's green, and I'm like, oh, I thought maybe it's a dragonfly, and then I see, and it's right in front of my face, and it's a hummingbird, and it's like a couple of feet from my face, and then it zooms down and lines itself up right with my dick, and just stares at my dick while I'm peeing. And it's just looking at me like it's like 2-3 feet away, and you can't stop when you're going, and especially it's out the spandex, so you're kind of like in a weird position, and it's just like because it's like I'm like, what is that? Oh, it's a hummingbird, and then it's like looking at your dick. I'm looking at your dick, and it's just floating there, and then it decided, I guess, that's not for me, and it flew a couple feet over, and it landed on a branch and just kind of looked at me, and I finished up, and then it flew away.
Oh God!
I've never even seen a hummingbird in the woods before my whole life. I've only ever seen him at a feeder. This one came and checked me out and considered landing on me. In a very inappropriate way, I might add.
He was cruising in the woods.
He was totally cruising in the woods. It was so weird. You think you're alone, and then suddenly the smallest bird in the world is like, hey.
Did it make you feel good about yourself, though?
It made me feel really weird. And it made me feel thankful that it didn't land on me, because that would have hurt. Looking at your dick. I'm looking at your dick.